Hey everyone, welcome back to Hey, What Are You Doing? I'm your host, Becca, and tonight, I have probably the most talked about person besides Taylor Swift on the podcast, making her third time appearance, I believe.
Am I
Most
3
appearance,
times?
yeah, because you interviewed me when I came back, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So the most appearances on the pod, it's Amy G. Yay. Say hi, Amy.
Hello, everyone.
And this time, it's just Amy.
Yes, because 'cause
You
I'm
get
an individual.
yeah. Yes, in case anyone wasn't aware.
I do have a baby with me, though, so
Well,
I'm not
yeah.
truly alone. She won't be talking
Aw, shoot. I was hoping to get her side of the story
first words.
on how about a month ago things went. So we have a lot to dive into, but the first time I interviewed Amy was a little over 2 years ago, and she was getting ready to give birth, and 2 years later,
Have given birth twice. That's it. Whoops.
I'm just gonna restart the podcast up every time you're about to give birth to another baby.
I mean, honestly, why not?
It would be
You
a couple
take
more.
years that I don't give birth, and then so every
Mhm,
other year, you
mhm.
just restart it, I will have given birth again.
No, I gotta be more consistent this time. I told Tim when I was in Times Square, there were some podcasts on billboards in Times Square. So now my goal is to have my podcast on a billboard in Times Square.
You know what? Hell yeah, I think so. Why not?
So, I have to be more consistent if I want that goal to be accomplished. But
I need you
also,
to because we
everyone
like
lis
listening.
everyone listening, I need your help. I can't do it alone. You guys gotta
Take
share.
Times Square. That's
Tell
a
your
good goal.
friends. So 2 years ago, you were about to give birth to Watson, and now we're almost a month out from Beverly.
Little Angel Bev.
How's that going?
I mean, it's only been a month, so we're still getting used to everything. The first 2 weeks were definitely the hardest, as they always are, but Nathan's about to be on paternity leave, so that's gonna make things a lot easier.
Mhm.
'Cause even though mom has been at my house, like, every day, not so much in the last week and a half, but the first 2 weeks she was at my house all the time, and that was really, really helpful, but now we're, like, getting in the routine, but Nathan's working, so it's gonna be nice whenever he's not to just let me have some time still and let Nathan also have time to himself still that's not revolved around working or studying.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yes.
easier.
I mean, it has only been a month, but you have 3 children now, so that's a
Yeah.
lot. You have 3 and
It
under.
Yeah. Yep. I do because 'cause I've had 3 kids in the last 4 years, really 3.5 years because Sully was born towards the end of 22, and then Watson was born 18 months later, and then she came in 2 years. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's lots
Yep.
of kids and not all the time.
Yep. But they're really cute, and
I
we
mean, yeah,
love them
they're really cute, good kids, so obviously that makes it most of the time.
all the time.
They're cute all the time. I don't know if they're good.
Well, they're toddlers, so
Yeah.
okay, so where should we start? Let's talk about I think we should talk about Bev's birth real quick because did Nathan just come in the room?
Yeah, he brought me an oatmeal cream pie and some water.
Hey
Thank
Nathan,
you.
such a supportive brother-in-law.
He really is, really is.
Uh, okay, so you with Watson and Sullivan, you found out what they were, what gender they were, I guess.
Yeah.
But with Beverly, you guys decided not to. Why?
Because I am a good wife. And Nathan never wanted to know because he likes surprises. I hate surprises because I like to plan, even though, like, realistically, you don't really need to know if your kid is a boy or a girl to like buy anything, but whatever. You like to get the stuff.
Yeah.
So and like pick out their name and whatever else. Um,
And Amy also likes to have, like, a personalized sweatshirt and the going home nameplates and the hats. Yeah.
and the outfits and all that. Yeah. So he didn't want to find out with either of them. And then I said, in the off chance, because we do want more kids, but in the off chance that this is our last, we'll do no finding out this time. And so we did. And it was really hard the first half of the pregnancy was really difficult. And then once we passed the anatomy scan, I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. And so now we probably won't find out for the
Mm,
rest of the kids because it was fun.
no.
Well, everyone else hated it, but I liked it. And Nathan really liked it. And everyone just assumed that it was a girl anyways.
Yeah, I knew you were having a girl.
So like everyone already knew. So it didn't really matter. And
Yeah,
Sully only called baby sister.
yeah, baby sister,
Like,
baby mom.
yeah, baby sister, baby mom was Sully's name for the baby before she arrived. But everyone basically was like, yeah, it's a girl. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm,
we'll
mhm.
see. Oh,
And then talk about tell us about how that went then when she was born. Who announced it? How'd you find out? How was that? How was her birth? Take us through it.
the whole thing or just finding out what?
Whatever you want. I mean, there's some people out there who've never given birth before, might not know how
Well, how grab I'm just kidding.
not not. Last night I went
Wait,
that I went what?
no pictures, Nathan said.
Screen.
Yeah,
That'll be the video clip.
God, you don't want to see any of that.
I'm just kidding.
It wasn't really, it was a fast labor, so it's really not really that long of a story, but I
Hold
was
on, hold on,
38.
hold on. Danny, please. It's 8:40 PM. How there's no one out there. Okay. Anyway, so it's fast labor.
Yeah,
How did your water
uh,
break?
my water broke at like 9:52 or something. Know that because I had to go back, like, see when I called mom, which was
Mhm.
within a minute of my water breaking.
Yeah, okay. So your water broke about 9:50-ish.
Yeah, 9:50ish. My water broke. I was just laying in bed like a super normal person watching Bridgerton.
Yeah, because I texted you that day to see how you were feeling because
Yeah,
you had an induction scheduled, like, 4 days later.
I had an induction scheduled for Saturday and I kinda was just like, "Okay, I give up, whatever, like, I'm just gonna get induced and that's fine," because I was induced with Sunny and it was fine, and so I was like, "Alright, whatever, that I'll have her on Saturday," and then I had no signs, like, no contractions, no nothing, and my water just broke, and for those of you who've never had your water broken before, it's just wet, you just get wet. Like, you peed yourself, but it's just clear liquid, and so I was like, it's just like a pop, like a balloon popped, basically. It doesn't hurt at all.
Okay, good.
No, it doesn't hurt, and so then I'm like, "Okay," and then I, like, moved a little bit, and then, like, more came out, and I was like, "That is definitely my water," like, I didn't just pee myself, and which is not a normal occurrence, and then I yelled out for
You're not
Nathan, and
actively
then
peeing yourself in bed.
no, I do not actively pee myself in bed. And then I yelled down for Nathan because he was downstairs and I was like, I'm pretty sure my water just broke. And he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yep, nope, 100% serious. And so I had him like, just like look on the bed where I was. And he's like, yeah, your water broke. You are soaked. And I was like, awesome. So called mom to come to the hospital. Nathan is running around probably more frantic than I am, packing up the bags, making sure everything was there, putting in the car. He called you first, I think,
Mhm,
to come to our house for the boys. And then
mhm.
he called his parents right after to get to the house to watch the boys until you got there because I gave birth really fast. And so I had no idea like how much time we had. I was not having contractions yet still. So I'm like, do I have 30 minutes or do I have a few hours? Don't know. So then his parents got there. We left. I think we got to the hospital like 10:30.
Yeah, you left because I passed you.
Yeah, we passed you on the way. I also called Carrie while Nathan was running around and I was just sitting on the bed waiting for Nathan to like
Mhm.
help me up so I didn't make a mess. Yeah, we got to the hospital at 10:30 and I'm in the ER because that's where you have to go when it's nighttime and you're in labor. So I went into the ER and they're asking me questions because you have to like check in. So you're in active labor and they're like, what's your name? Your birth date? What brings you in today? I'm like, I'm leaking amniotic fluid on the floor right in front of you. I'm in labor. Let's do
And you
this.
just give me
You just know.
upstairs.
And I had called labor and delivery on the way, so they knew I was coming, and I'm like, "Can I just go straight up there?" "No." Then they're like, "Hey, do you want text updates during your visit?" And I'm like, "Sure." "Can I this really? You gotta ask me that question if I need text updates?" So then we finally get upstairs. Labor and delivery were in triage, that took a little bit. I was dilated 5. This was like 10:45, 11. Mom gets there a little bit afterwards. I was one of like 5 women in the triage rooms because we all showed up within an hour of each other, and there was one triage nurse there. So it's like labor and delivery triage. So I'm not in a delivery room, and I'm still not really having many contractions, but since I was a 5, I'm like, "Okay, this is probably go really fast," and then I went up to go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden, everything just, like, changed. I was in horrible pain. I'm like, "This is terrible." That was probably like 11:30ish, and I make Nathan and Mom dance while I'm having contractions because it's distracting and hilarious. They, like, do synchronized dances and sing, and it's very funny. And then I was like, "Okay, I think I need an epidural now," even though Mom had told me multiple times, "If you wait until it hurts to get an epidural, you're not getting an epidural." And she was 130% correct because, nope, there was no time. They checked me and I was an 8, and I looked at her and I said, "Am I fucked?" And she's like, "Yeah, you're fucked. Like you're," and the nurse is so nice. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna see what we can do." And Mom's behind her, like shaking her head. Like, no, it's not happening. They didn't even call the anesthesiologist. Like the nurse was probably like, "No shit, this is not happening." And I'm still in the triage room. I'm an 8. It's like midnight ish, maybe. I don't know. At this point, I was seeing black. Like I was in so much pain and I pass out really easily. And so Nathan has a fan on me. I have a cold, wet rag on my forehead, a cold, wet rag on my neck. And I'm just trying to like stay conscious, which I'm not really that great at doing. I'm just in general, even when I'm not in that much pain. And then they were like, "Okay, yeah, you're admitted. Duh. You're admitted and we're going to move you to a labor room, but we're going to do it in a wheelchair." I guess normally, as I've told a few people this, normally they would just wheel me down in the bed so I don't have to like move because I'm in very active labor. But they're like, "No, let's put you in a wheelchair." So I had to get up, sit down, which again, for most people, I mean, most people know that labor is really painful. But for those of you that have given birth without an epidural, you know how bad it hurts. And if you have to stand up, sit down, and then stand up and get in another bed again. So that took a while because I had to wait for a few contractions to get through. Mom's freaking out because she doesn't want me to start pushing while I'm like being wheeled down the floor in a I almost said an elevator in a wheelchair. My God. Nathan said the only thing I was saying was fan, more fan, because every time he would move the fan, I'd just be like, "Fan, fan, keep me alive, please." And so we get in there and to the labor and delivery room. There is no doctor in there. My doctor has been notified, but there's no way he's making it. He did not make it. And I had to wait for 2 contractions. I got on the bed. I'm like laying sideways. I cannot see anything because the rag is on my face. And I just said, "I'm pushing." And the hospitalist came in and she's like, "Well, let's see if we can wait." And the nurse is like, "I don't think that's happening." And about 30 seconds after my body hit the bed, Beverly just shot out and the nurse caught her. I don't even think that I like pushed. Usually they're like, they count down from 10. You're like, you're holding your legs. No, none of that happened. I have no idea how she came out. Like, I know that the nurse caught her, but I don't know what any of that looked like because I could not see anything. And even when Nathan was like, "It's a girl," which was super cool, I could not see anything. I did not see her come out. And I think I said, "I can't believe it." And I only know that because Mom took a video
Mhm.
of it. Otherwise, I don't remember anything at that point. And then I took the rag off and then they put her on my chest, but I was still like shaking really bad. So I was like, "Can someone just take her, please? I'm nervous I'm gonna like shake her. Like I can't do this." But when Nathan said it was a girl, that was crazy. Like I just didn't. And I still didn't really believe it because I couldn't see anything. But it was wild. But I was still coming down from everything that had just happened over the last like 2 hours. So there was just a lot happening in my body and my brain everywhere. There was just a lot. And Mom's like, "I can't believe it's a girl." And I'm like, I don't even know where I am right now, trying to figure out where my body is and my brain. I don't think I'm floating above myself, but I'm blind. That's what it felt like. And that's what labor feels like without an
Per
epidural
perfect, and
or
in
any
2
pain
hours.
medications at all in 2 hours. 2 hours from the moment my water broke, basically 2.5 hours. The moment my water broke to the end. And it was really only painful for the last like 30 or 45 minutes. I mean, it's a different level of pain, but if it's gonna hurt, at least it wasn't that long. So,
Mhm,
like,
mm.
I also gave birth to Watson without an epidural. I mean, I got one, but it didn't work, and he was much larger than her, and so that was a lot more painful, and I was in pain a lot longer. That was, like, 2 hours of pain as opposed to, like, 30 minutes, so and a baby that was not even 6 pounds. So I'd give birth like that all the time if I had to choose. I don't know if I'd push another 99th percentile head out willingly with no epidural. Her head was, like, 50th, so it felt like no. So, yeah, that's me giving birth.
Crazy. I
I He just walked in and just staring at me, and I'm like, "Yes," and he goes, "Did Becca watch Dawson's Creek?"
aw, I didn't,
I'm
but
like yeah, I was like, "I don't think any of us did."
I know who he was. Very
Yeah,
sad. And then how long did you labor with you were induced with Watson?
I was induced with him with so Sully came spontaneously,
Mhm.
and that
A
was, like,
week early.
a week early. That was, like, 7 to 8 hours of labor. My water broke on its own with him too, which that only happens, like, 15% of women, which is crazy because every time yeah, that's, like, not a lot of
Really?
women. Yeah, it's, like, 15 to 20% of women have their water break on their own.
And 2 of your 3 pregnancies so
Yeah,
far?
yeah, which is
Wow.
nuts. I hope that statistic, is real because it was on the Bump app, so I've
I'm
never,
gonna
like,
Google
looked it
it.
up afterward.
How many what how do you even Google that? What percentage
Yeah,
of
percentage of women
women
whose water
water
breaks on their
breaks
own.
naturally?
Well, that's a better way.
Well, this is according to the bump, 8 to 15%.
Okay,
Um,
so even less, I guess? I don't whatever.
according to Reddit, 10 to 15. So, yeah, 15.
So not a lot.
Women's Health Group, 15%.
Well, there we go.
There we
But
go.
I was
Wow,
already,
that's
like,
crazy.
8 centimeters dilated when I got to the hospital with Sully and my water broke on its own, so, like, that makes sense, but that was labor, like, 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours, and I had gotten an epidural and that sucker worked. I did not feel anything, so that was great.
Yeah, you enjoyed that one.
That one was good. And then with Sunny, I did get induced, and I don't my mom says, "Don't count the time that you, like, went in and, like, started the medication to, like, kickstart labor. Really, you're in labor for, like, right after like, whenever your water breaks and, like, the time after that," is what she says. Because when you're, like, in active, actual labor. And she I don't know, she knows a little bit about
I mean, she
labor and
did it for
delivery.
almost 40 years.
So, I'll go with that, and based on that logic, the doctor did break my water with him, and I was in labor for, like, 2.5 hours, 2.5, 3 hours with him, and the epidural did not work, and then with and I was 39 and 5, like, I was pretty much at the end when I
Mhm.
had to get induced, and she came at 38.5. My water broke on its own when I was probably, like, 2 or 3 centimeters dilated, and I was only in labor for, like, 2 hours. So this
That is
next one, I'm gonna
crazy.
have 10 minutes.
You're gonna have to live at the hospital starting at 37 weeks.
Yes. But thankfully, my labors have been not, like, nothing's really gone wrong, and, like, the
Yeah.
babies have all been okay. So, like, if I end up, like, giving birth in the car or at home, like, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, yeah,
I like saying that
except
'cause it
that
panics mom and
I
you.
can't imagine you calling me and being like, "Come over," and I walk in the house and you're just
There's a
giving
baby.
birth in the living room. I think I would just leave.
You're like, "I think I'm gonna go. I'm not here. This isn't
I'm
meant for me.
good.
This isn't meant for me."
I'm like, you're all here? So if the boys wake up, someone can get them, and you don't need me."
Yep. I'm good. I'm gonna go.
Oh, man, yeah, that's crazy. That's so she's almost gained 2 pounds, a pound and a half.
Yeah, in a month, which is really good. She's still 6th percentile in weight for her, like, age and gender, I guess, but her curve is good. That's what they look for,
Okay, like,
if it
that she's going
matches.
up?
Yeah, 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 that she's going up, like, according to her curve. If she would have been born at, like, 50th percentile and then dropped down to 6, like, that would be a problem, even if
Mhm.
she gained weight, but she started at, like, less than 1 percentile, so the fact that she's 6th now is really good because she was a tiny girl.
Bev.
I
She was
know.
a tiny girl. She was,
She
what,
was
5 pounds, 11 ounces?
15 ounces, but
5
when we
pounds,
left
15.
the hospital, she was 5 pounds, 7 ounces, so she was really small.
Yeah, she was really small.
Yeah, yeah.
Teeny tiny. Grain of rice like her mom.
Not so much right now, but hit me up in about 8 months, and we'll
Okay.
be back.
When do you get to start working out again?
At 6 weeks. So that's like 2-ish weeks from now, as long as my doctor clears me. But every time I go on a walk, my back hurts really bad, so gotta figure out what's going on there.
Mm, that stinks.
Yeah. And today my phone told me my O2 was low or something. I don't know. I went on a walk and it was like, "You might have an underlying medical problem because your O2 is low." And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I'm fine. It also said from lack of physical activity, which, yeah, there's not been a lot of physical activity happening here. Like it says cardio fitness notification. It's like mad at me. It like came up on my watch and my phone.
Is that in the health app?
Yeah, but it says this may be due to low levels of physical activity or a medical condition, but I know it's because I've not been doing anything
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
month. So I won't worry
Interesting.
about that.
I don't even have that on mine.
Well, mine just it
I
just
wonder because I don't wear my watch.
oh yeah, mine it came up on my watch first.
What I do have is the first thing that you see when you open mine is that my headphone limit has gone over the limit of the 7 days. It is loud.
That's funny.
I know because I mean, I wore headphones on Friday, but I haven't worn them since then. Like, I don't wear them that often.
Well, when you wear them, it's really loud.
Like, yes, but this is saying I wore headphones today, and I haven't.
Maybe
Interesting.
someone is connected to your phone.
Well, then
Spooky.
this is saying the 7-day limit is 100%, and in the last 7 days, I'm at 658%.
What does that even mean? Like you're listening to it at 658% loud?
No, like, your audio exposure is over the 7-day limit.
Like you've been listening to too much stuff?
Yeah, I guess I just listen to my headphones too much. It does say that my average level of my headphone is louder this year than last year. I don't know. I actually don't care. What does it mean?
I'm sure your ears are fine.
Yeah, and if they're not, then I also who cares? I don't care.
You don't need ears.
I'll probably lose my hearing anyway. Everyone does when they get old. So it's fine. It's all right. Technology will catch up and I'll be fine. They make hearing aids for a reason.
Yep, they definitely do.
Okay, so now we're in the thick of it. Newborn. How did she sleep last night? How has she been in the first month compared to the boys?
Sully, I feel like him and Bev are like really normal newborns or were the first month. I don't quite remember so much with Sully, but I think because 0 to 1 for me was the hardest transition that I just like, because everything is just so new
Mhm.
that my brain was just like mush. I can't really remember. Watson was not great the first month. Uh, but that's because I was producing too much milk and he was drinking all of it because no one's surprised if you've ever seen him that he eats a lot. And his belly would hurt all the time. He would be spitting up like crazy because he was drinking too much milk. In the first month, we did not figure that out until I pumped for one session and was like, holy crap, he's eating all of this. Yes, he was. And the second we switched to bottles, he was like totally fine. That was good until everything leveled out. Then we went back to breastfeeding. But with the bottles, it was like night and day different kid. Bev had a hard time the first week, but it may have been because she's just so small. But then
Mhm.
she's good now. Like the last 2 nights, she gave us a 6-hour stretch, which was
Wow.
awesome. And I know that they're like, still wake him up every 3 hours. No, I'm good. She's gaining weight just fine. She's fine. I'm not worried
Yep.
about her. Like,
Yep.
she's gained
She's
almost 2
chilling.
pounds in a month, so I'm not worried. So
Mhm.
usually or the last 2 nights, it's been a 6-hour stretch and then, a 4-hour stretch. That does not mean I'm sleeping 10 hours during those
Right.
because like, the 6 hours starts at, like, 8 or 9 PM when obviously I'm awake.
It says
Um,
9 o'clock
could
now.
be responsible and go to sleep at those times, but I do not, so and then it does take her a while to eat, so it's still probably 2 hours where I'm awake in the middle of the night feeding her, but the, like, 4 or 5 hours straight that I get, amazing.
Prime.
So, right now, I think she's doing pretty good, but, I mean, babies wake up in the middle of the night, it just comes with it.
And then at first you do have to wake them up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, especially whenever she came home and, like, they lose weight. Almost all babies lose weight in the hospital before you come home, and so then, yes, you need to be waking them up every 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours to feed them, and we still do that during the day, just not at night.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's vibing.
She's vibing.
I was over there last night and the boys were running around crazy, yelling, we're all talking, and she's just sleeping.
She's 3rd kid, she's gotta figure it out. She's gotta be able to sleep anywhere. I'm like, she's not even gonna have probably a nap routine because she's just not gonna be able to have one, and, like, that's fine. Because 'cause she'll
Yeah.
just sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
She just has to learn how to do that, so
Yeah. Well, because with Sullivan, you guys were like, "We're not holding him ever to sleep. He
yeah,
only
that was
sleeps
so
in his
stupid.
crib."
Yeah.
And so now then he wouldn't sleep. The only person who got him to sleep on them was.
Yeah, that was crazy, I still think that's so crazy.
And then with Watson, you guys were like, "Nope, that's not happening again. He
Yeah,
can
I was like,
sleep on us."
I was like, "I wanna hold him." Like, I was just like, I didn't hold Sully that much because I was so like, "He needs to be able to sleep in his bassinet and his
Uh-huh.
crib." They're gonna sleep there or they're not. It has nothing to do with if you're holding them or not.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
so and Sonny sleeps fine in his crib, and, we didn't put him in his crib until he was, like, 4 months old, and Sully, it was, like, right at 3 months. I'm like, "Put him in his crib so he knows." And we,
Mhm.
like, try to do, like, sleep training. He's, like, 11, 12 weeks old. I don't even know what we were doing.
Okay, but whatever you did, that kid sleeps.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great sleeper. He's a
Truly,
really good sleeper. I think that he just likes to sleep.
that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, maybe what we did, like, helped a lot, but he does really just like to sleep. Like, from basically when he was 4 months old, he does not wake up in the middle of the night, like, at
And he
all.
goes down easy
Yeah, he's just like, "Okay, I guess it's time to go to bed."
for sleep, for bed, for naps,
Yeah. They're
and then
both kinda like
sleeps.
that. They both are
Yeah.
just like, "Okay, whatever, I guess we're going to sleep," and then they just go to bed. Well, now they share a room, so they like to talk to each other for, like, 45 minutes before they go to bed, but
That creeped me out when I first realized that when I came over with when you were in labor with Bev and no one told me, and I go up I because I'm a psychopath and I like to watch the monitor, and they'd been asleep for almost 2 hours, and so
then
then
they
I
just start
come
talking to each other.
I'm like I walk in and I hear, on the monitor, "Mom, mom, mom, ma," and then what Sullivan was, like, cawing like a bird or something.
Yeah, they make animal noises. Sometimes they just scream back and forth.
Yeah, and so I called mom, I said, "Is this normal?" She's like, "Yeah, it's fine. They'll go to sleep." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, they just I mean, as long as they're happy, we're just like, "Whatever." The first time we ever put them in the room, they stood up and were just, like, talking to each other because their cribs, like, face each other, and so they were just, like, talking to each other, and me and Nathan are like, "Oh my god." And so they do that every single time. Mostly at nap time. They'll talk for, like, 45 minutes,
They
and then
love each other.
they do, that's fine.
Do they talk for 45 minutes, then Watson only sleeps for an hour and a half?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's like a normal child sleeping. Sully is like a weird kid sleeping. And so Sully will even stay asleep for an extra hour after we go get Watson from the room. But yes, Sonny will talk and then he'll go to sleep and then he'll wake up like an hour and a half later.
Like
So,
Watson.
yeah.
Great job.
They slept Nathan walked in, turned the sound machine off, turned the lights on, and they just stayed asleep. He's like, "We gotta
Wow.
go downstairs." And they were very tired when they came downstairs. We all
This
snuggled
morning?
for a little bit. No, after their nap today.
Huh.
Yeah,
They just wanted to sleep longer.
they did, and they snuggled, and Sully told me he was tired when he came downstairs, and I was like, "It's 4 PM, I think we need to be awake."
I still that one of my new favorite pictures of him is when he got up at 6 a.m. that one day a couple weeks ago when mom was watching them, and he's just sitting at the table eating
Sully.
breakfast or lunch or whatever, and his head's in his hands, and he's just like, "I'm so tired."
Yeah, and he'll tell you, which is fun. He'll just be like, "I'm tired." Like, it's so cute. "Mom, I'm tired." I'm like, "Okay, you just lay down, it's fine. Go
"You got
for it."
nowhere to be, kid. Just go to
Yeah,
bed."
you're 3. Just go to sleep. It's fine.
Man, okay. So that's a lot about your kids, but as we said at the beginning of the episode, Amy is an individual. Although she does like to be known as a mom. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
I don't
one of your goals in life. So, but outside of that, over the last couple of years, the last time we talked, you had been doing photography for a little
right.
bit.
I think it was a year and a half because I started in October of 21.
Wait,
No, 2
no,
years.
2
2 years.
years.
I started in October of 21. That's, like, when I was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm a photographer, and I'll charge you $50 for a session for an
Mhm.
hour."
You hadn't dipped your but then by the beginning of 24, when you gave birth to Watson, had you already been doing.
I had done weddings. 23 was my first year of weddings, and I had, like, 6 or 7 weddings, I think. That was my last wedding was when I had that wedding in Florida,
Yeah.
remember? That was still one of my favorite weddings I've ever shot. It was so fun, and the photos were just beautiful. But,
Mhm.
yeah, I had only done, like, 6 or 7 weddings at that point, and now I think I've done, like, almost 50.
Yeah, yeah, so then you gave birth, you took some time, obviously,
Yeah.
and then you did some in 24, but then your 2025 was
Yeah.
psychopath.
It was psychopath.
So
Yes.
let's tell me about 25 and photography.
I don't even know how
And
I
also, people keep in mind that she was pregnant half of this ye
yeah.
25.
I mean, basically, yeah, I shot one wedding not pregnant last year. I had 22 or 23 weddings that I shot last year, a mixture of, like, elopements and quick weddings and then, like, big weddings, traditional weddings. But I had, like, 22 or 23 weddings, and only one of them I shot not pregnant. Or 2, 2. 2 I shot not pregnant. I had one in March and one in April, and then the rest I was pregnant, and I shot one. It ended up being fine, and it was a really, really great day. I shot one, and I was 36 and a half weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that and someone had to go with you because it was far away.
Yes, it was an hour and a half away, and I had my mom go with me, but it was a wonderful day, like, it was a wonderful day. It was a really good day. So thankful for
Yeah,
that.
but that
But
is
yes,
wild.
yeah, I definitely don't suggest shooting a wedding 36 and a half weeks pregnant.
A
The
full day
mood
too.
yeah,
An
and it was a whole
8-hour
day.
wedding.
It was 8 hours, and it was an hour and a half drive. The mood was really high. Physically, no, I did not feel really great, and they were so wonderful. The couple was so nice.
Mhm,
So, obviously, that was really great. They kept asking me how I was feeling, and I was like, "It's your wedding day. Just focus on you. It's okay. If I'm in horrible pain, I will take a moment, but I'm
mhm,
good."
mhm.
I don't know how it happened to where I shot 23 weddings last year or how it got so crazy.
Yeah, because wasn't your goal 10?
Yes, my goal was 10. I had a goal of 10 in 24, and I think I only shot 10 weddings in 24, and then my goal was 10 for 25, and I shot whatever, the 22, 23, and then, um, my goal for this year then was 20, right, it's 2026, was 20 weddings, but I have 25 weddings, and I've closed my books. I
And
know.
she doesn't even come back until March.
Yeah, my first wedding back is March.
So you did 23 weddings in a full calendar year. This year, you have 25 weddings.
Yeah, and so I have all the months except for January, February, and November. Every other month I have a wedding in.
Multiple weddings.
Yeah, at least one. Like December, I only have one, but
Mm.
then like October, I
Mhm,
think I have like 5 or 6 because October is psychotic with
mhm.
weddings. It's a great month, but it's a lot of
It's a very
weddings.
busy month.
It's a very busy month. Everybody loves getting married in October, probably because
Yeah.
the weather's usually good. The colors might be changing.
October is the best month of the year,
Yeah,
so
I was gonna
I
say, I
get
knew
it.
you would say that.
But then not only do you do weddings, but you also, like, they get their engagement session with that, and then also you've been doing minis and
Yeah,
maternity and newborn. You've dipped your toes in newborn now.
I did. My first newborn session was 24, I think.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
she'll be 2.
Yeah, July of 20 June or July. I think it was July of 20
July, 'cause
so my first one was early July, and I had never even looked into newborn sessions before. I was like, "Oh, maybe this'll," like, "I'm just letting you know that I've never done this. I really don't know what I'm doing." Like, so trust me, I guess. I did not know this person at all. Like, I've never met them. We had at the time, I didn't know, we had no mutuals. Like, I don't like, we didn't know each other really. Didn't reach out to me because she didn't
oh, she
know
didn't know. She
that we
didn't
were
know.
related. So that's why I'm saying,
Right.
like, we didn't have mutuals, like, she didn't
Right.
know
She
who I
just
was.
organically found you, which is
Yeah,
so cool that people do that.
yeah, and that she gave me this chance to do newborn
Mhm.
photography.
Something that you hadn't thought about doing.
No, and I actually was very terrified of doing it.
Yeah.
And then I did it, and it was really great. I had a good experience with them. They were obviously very nice in a time that is not very easy for them. It was their first kid too.
Mhm.
So I like here I am are going into their house trying to take pictures of them, and they're like, I mean, they have a newborn, and I'm like, hopefully, trust me with your newborn. I'm literally a perfect stranger doing this for the first time. So they were wonderful for that, and now I've taken pictures of them a few times after the fact. So that's been fun. I did like her sister-in-law's newborn session, and that was great. So and now that's, like, something that I've completely added to my wheelhouse. So there are things that I've taken away.
What
I don't do graduate sessions anymore. That was a good time, but it's over now. And I don't do, like, full hour family sessions anymore. That was good, but that's over now. And so now I do newborn and maternity and weddings is, like, my main focus, but I also have mini sessions in order to still do family sessions, but kind of at a smaller grouping, I guess. They're
Yeah.
all in one day instead
Uh-huh.
of multiple times throughout the week. And so that's just easier for me and the time that I want to spend with my kids and relaxing and editing because there's a lot behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
and I would love to know your screen time on your computer.
In October, I will let you know. I'm like,
Okay.
October will be absolutely nuts. Right now, obviously, it's really chill, but whenever things are really busy, then it's probably pretty dang high because it's not just
Right. Well, you're
editing.
even when you're, like, at mom's or hanging out with us, you're, like, editing.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I gotta get them their stuff. I like to get things out quickly to
Yes.
people too. I know how it feels for me when I, like, want my pictures back really fast.
Right.
Obviously, you want the quality to be still really high, and so that's why I'm, like, spending so much time editing, but, like, a lot of hours every day for a few weeks so you can get your stuff back as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. What's your favorite part of photography?
oh my gosh, there's so much. I mean, session-wise, weddings are my favorite. I just
Mhm.
love that it's like I'm telling the story of a full day. That's really fun because there's a lot of like little moments. Like obviously in other sessions you have like little moments that you can capture too, but for a wedding day, like I mean, I'm there for 8 to 10 hours and like I'm seeing them from getting ready to potentially their last dance. So it's fun to be able to do that. But my favorite part of like the whole photography process is probably like seeing a photo that I took and being like, man, that's really awesome. And then like editing that photo and being like, I just took it to the next level. Like that, like it's really cool to be like, yeah, this is good. And then you can make it better with the
Mhm.
editing and putting the gallery together. And I like doing that a lot too,
How
which
has your
obviously is good.
Yeah, and how has your editing style evolved over the years? Because it's not the same as it was when you first started.
No, no. I would definitely describe it in the beginning as orange, which is fine.
Moody. It was
It was
moody.
very warm, yes, it was
Yeah.
very warm, very moody. I was terrified of the color green, apparently. If you look at my old photos, there's no green, it's like a summer picture, but everything is still orange. I say orange, I should say warm.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were great.
And
It was
they were
great.
great. But over time, I've realized that I like more classic editing styles and more like true to color, and I'm not afraid of the color green anymore.
Good.
So like if there's green, you will know. You will tell that the picture is in summer as opposed to winter. And just I want things to feel more timeless as opposed to trendy.
Mhm.
And so over the years, I've kind of switched a lot. And I think this year is going to be it's going to be a really good year of everything is going to feel really timeless in my images.
Yeah, and why do you think you prefer timeless now over
That's a good,
trendy?
that's a good question. I do feel like I want to be doing this for a while. And I think when I first started, I mean, when you first start anything, you're just like overwhelmed by all the choices and you're like, okay, that looks good. I'm just going to go with it. And you're like afraid to kind of like step outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like the warmth for me it kind of masked where my like inexperience was a little bit because I wasn't super well versed in Lightroom or finding good lighting or, because it's not just editing the picture to make it look good. You also have to know what you're doing in your camera for your settings. And so, like, I didn't know a lot of that yet. And so, making it like dark and moody and whatever for me masked my inexperience. Now that I know a lot more, because there are a lot of people who are very experienced and have wonderful, moody, warm photos. For me, I think I always wanted to get to that classic true to color look, but it took me a bit to get there because I needed to learn a lot. And so now I know a lot more since it's been 4.5 years for what, 5 years? No, whatever. It's been a time.
Amy doesn't
I'm,
know what year it
I don't
is.
know what year it is. It's been a time. Been long enough for me to be able to figure things out. and be more confident in like finding the right lighting instead of being scared to ask somebody to move, even though the sun's in their face. Like, I'm just like, the sun's in your face, we're moving. Like, and before a few years ago, I would not be doing that. I mean, my first wedding ever, Becca was there and probably remembers this. I couldn't even get my flash to work. Like, it's the reception, it's nighttime, and I couldn't figure out my flash.
I
And that was
didn't know that because I was busy serving pizza.
yeah, Becca turned into a vendor. She was helping the vendor. That was crazy. But that like, I didn't even know how to work my flash, and so that was just, like that was mortifying for me, and they didn't care. Like, the pictures still turned out
They
really
were
great.
so chill.
They were
Yeah,
so
and the
chill and
pictures
amazing.
were so great, but that couple was so chill.
They were so chill. Like, I don't think now that probably would have gone over as well with
Right. They
but now
knew
I
they
know.
were your first wedding.
Yes, they did. They did. They knew that, and they were so kind and so great. And their pictures still turned out great, but
Yeah.
the difference I mean, you grow in any job that you have, and so obviously over 4 years, I have learned a lot and grown a lot, and my images are a lot better than they were
Mhm.
4 years ago. So,
How did you learn all of that? Did you self-teach or
yes.
what'd you do? How'd you learn
Yes.
it?
Well, initially, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, specifically about my camera and eventually about the flash that I owned. I do have a different flash now than before. That was another mistake that also was mortifying. We don't need to get into that story. But I
Okay.
have a different flash now, but a lot of it was YouTube, but most of it was just like trial and error. Like, I just figured a lot of things out on my own. I reached out to so many photographers that just didn't give me the time of day, like trying to shadow them for weddings and like just asking them like, how do you find locations, like stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a friend in the photography world. If you are a photographer listening to this and you ask me any question, I'm just gonna straight up tell you, like, I
No
don't understand.
gatekeeping here.
I don't gatekeep. I don't understand the purpose of keeping secrets. I get how if a location is, like, important to you, you wanna keep it to yourself, but also, like,
Come on.
we're different, so who cares? I don't know.
Right.
That's just how I view things, but most of it was completely self-taught and just, like I said, trial and error, practicing, taking inspiration pictures of family and friends and practicing that way. So, yeah, it's all self-taught.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, most people, like, take classes or shadow other photographers if they
Yeah.
have nice ones in their area
Yeah.
or I mean, come on, people, just be kind. It's truly not that hard.
I have shadowed one photographer now. She was amazing. She was very sweet. Obviously, I'm a little bit more experienced now, so I was viewed more as like a second shooter than I wasn't shadowing, I was second shooting, but when I told her that I've never not been the primary photographer at a wedding and I've been doing it for 4 years, she was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, no. I've never done this. So like if I'm stepping in your way, you can just tell me like back up." Cuz I
Mhm.
don't know how to not be in charge on a
Mhm.
wedding day cuz that's all I've ever
Mhm.
done. So
Mhm.
so yeah. I've done it one time.
Okay, and I'm gonna answer this for you, and then I'm gonna let you answer it for real.
Okay, great.
But the question is, what has been the most important lesson that you've learned thus far in your photography career? The answer I'm going to give for you is to, you know what I'm gonna say?
I feel like I do.
Is to not hang your backpack with your really expensive camera
I thought you were gonna go a
on.
lot more serious.
No, I don't. I'm gonna need you to tell me what you thought I was gonna say, but to not hang your backpack with your very nice, expensive camera on the back of a bathroom stall door.
In the St.
Don't
Louis
do
area.
that. What Nathan, what do you need?
He's getting a diaper. He's changing our daughter. Yeah,
Anywhere. And not even just the St. Louis airport, anywhere. Just don't do it.
especially the St. Louis airport. Yeah, that was a
We have
mistake.
beef.
I have insurance, so it was all well and fine. Get insurance on your equipment,
Yeah,
but
actually that. Get
that's
business
the biggest
insurance.
thing. Yeah, get business and I have business insurance on all of my equipment.
Mhm.
And I had that long before I needed it, but yes, the story that Becca is referencing is, I went to Montana for an engagement session, which was amazing, beautiful, perfect. I went to Montana for an engagement session. You just want me to talk over her?
Yeah,
Okay,
yes. Everyone's just gonna have Annie is part of the podcast
she's
at
part
this
of it.
point.
She's another host. So I went to Montana, made it through, like, I went from St. Louis to Salt Lake to Montana, then Montana, Salt Lake, back to St. Louis. So I'm
And met
done. What?
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I did. I met Jen Affleck and her husband, Zach, from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives at the Salt Lake airport. That was really fun. They were really nice. They sprinkled girl dust on my belly, and I had a girl, so maybe it was because of them. Probably
Shout
was.
out Jen Affleck.
Jen and Zach. So, got back to St. Louis, was like done for the weekend, was going to the bathroom, hung my backpack on the hanger because no offense, the Salt Lake and Montana airports were really nice, but the St. Louis one is not. And I was like, I'm not putting my backpack on the floor. So I put my backpack on the thing. Stupid. Should have just taken the germs. Fell off. My main camera broke and a lens broke. And I didn't know the lens broke until a few weeks later when I was shooting a wedding again. But my insurance guy, shout out, his name is Edward. Shout out to Edward. You are an
We love
angel.
Edward.
We love Edward. He got me new gear.
Mhm.
So that was fantastic. But I was stressed
Mhm. Mhm.
because obviously you need a camera. I do have 2 cameras and I have other lenses, but that was not fun because I never dealt with insurance in that way before. Like I was like, dear insurance people, I broke my camera. Like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, how do I prove that I did this, that it was an accident? Like,
Mhm.
it was, but they were really nice and understanding. So use the Hartford Insurance for business insurance if you need them because they are fantastic and very understanding.
And we love them.
And
We
we
love
love
Edward.
especially Edward.
Yeah.
I don't remember his last name, but he is a wonderful man.
Yes. What lesson did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna tell me to, like, slow down. Like, that was my lesson.
No, because I've already tried to tell you that, and you're like, "I'm doing what I want to do, so it is what it is." Otherwise, I would have made fun of you earlier when you said you wanted to slow down in 2026 and you've booked 25 weddings, so but I'm
Weddings are
past
my
the point of
favorite.
making fun of you.
Fair. Weddings are my favorite. So I'm more inclined to do the weddings than I am through the week stuff, is what I wanted to, like, chill on.
Mhm. Mhm.
One day as opposed to, like, 4 or 5. But I am, contrary to popular belief, going to be doing less this year than I did last year.
Okay. That's fair.
More weddings, yes, but less other stuff.
Less during the week stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say your biggest lesson that you've learned so far is?
I mean, having business insurance is a big one, but I don't know if that would necessarily be like a lesson for me because I didn't make the mistake of not having the
Right,
insurance.
you had it.
I had it already. Probably being more confident in my knowledge of photography would be a lesson because there were a lot of times, not so much now, but in the beginning and kind of in the middle where I mentioned this before a little bit, like being nervous to move people into like a better lighting situation or like not being as strong in my voice of like, okay, like we need to go because, your reception starts in 15 minutes, like saying stuff like that. So being a lot more confident in what I know about photography and like putting that into my work, and someone will not mind moving 20 feet to the left and getting better images.
Mhm. Mhm.
And obviously I know that now. So I do implement that now in my work. I'm not just like, oh, we can't do this. Like I'll just do what I need to do to make sure that the images are going to be a lot better. And now I'm not scared to shoot in like super bright, harsh light during the daytime or like even when it's really dark or if the sun's in their face. Like none of that makes me nervous anymore. For pretty much the first year, I was like, the sun has to be in their face, which who was that helping? Because no one can see. And then like for a few months after that, I was like, it always has to be sunset. The sun always has to be behind you and like that. But now I can shoot any place, anytime, any sun. 'Cause I know a lot more now than I did.
'Cause you're so smart.
So smart.
You've learned a lot in the last 4.5 years. You've learned how to be a mom, how to be a photographer, how to be a homeowner, how to move
Yeah.
states.
Yeah, multiple times. Nathan and I got married in June of 21, so that was almost 5 years ago, and yeah, in that time, I mean, I've been doing photography, we've had 3 kids. I almost said 4. We do not have 4 kids, we only have 3.
And yep, there there's not 4 on the way.
Nope. Nope, just 3, I just don't know anything. I'm stupid. We've bought 2 homes, we've lived in 4 different states, 3. I was counting Missouri for school, but we
Yeah.
didn't live there when we were married.
No.
But, yeah, just a lot of things have happened in the last
Yeah.
few years.
That is crazy.
I know,
There's been so much.
I know.
And you've just been crushing it all.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I mean, Carrie always says you should write a parenting book, so
Oh god, do not come to me for parenting advice.
why? Mom even, like, compliments you out the ass.
She also says I'm a pushover parent, so that's the trick. Just do whatever your kids want you to do, and then they're easy. That's what you have to do, guys.
No,
No,
when you guys got back from Disneyland, she kept going on and on to me about how, like, how wonderful you are as a mom, how great you and Nathan are as parents, like, you're so patient with your kids, and you're just, like, so level-headed, and she just kept going on and on about it, and I was like, "Yeah,
oh my
I'm
gosh.
aware."
You're like, "I already know this." Wow, mom, can you come tell that to me? You can just call me and tell me that
She's
whenever you
not
want.
listening.
Yeah, you're right, she doesn't listen. Well, just the main thing that's always in my head is just like choose your battles. Like if no one's gonna get hurt from something, like no one's in pain, no one's in danger. Who literally cares? Like who
Like,
cares?
the mud throwing the other day.
Yeah, like we went outside. Oh my God. We went outside and it's muddy because it's wet and our yard doesn't have a lot of grass for some reason. And I look over and Watson is just picking up chunks of mud and throwing it at our fence. But I'm like, whatever. Like it'll inconvenience me later, but he's having a good time and we're outside. So whatever. And he's not hurt. So who cares? Like at Disney, we probably bought them 10 cake pops a day. Whatever. Don't care. Not hurting anybody. We're at Disney. What, do I want a kid who's eating a cake pop and is happy at Disney or a kid who's screaming? So
Correct.
whatever. You just, like I said, choose your battles. And if no one's going to get hurt, then literally whatever. Like it's fine. So I'm a lot more patient now than I used to be. I would never have described myself as a patient person ever.
No, I would have not pegged you to be a patient mom before
No,
you had babies.
no. And I am a very chill mom. I'm not a
Yeah.
chill person. I am a chill mom. I know that I'm very type A, but then when it comes to the kids, I'm just like, whatever. Like it's fine. It is what it
But
is.
you also have routine with them. Like,
Yeah.
and that helps.
Yeah. And like kids their age, like toddlers really thrive on routine. Like they like when things are the same. They like to know what they expect because it gives them like comfort. Like it makes them feel safe and stable when they have those things. So yeah, I do like that. I also like routine, but toddlers thrive in routine. So
Mhm.
that helps a lot too.
Yeah. But then also you're kind of like, sometimes if the routine doesn't happen, it's okay.
Yeah. 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 Well, you gotta be because you can't do it all the time.
Right. Especially when you have 3 children.
And you have 3 kids. That's why the 3 kids not even gonna know what routine means.
Yeah.
That's like, she's not gonna have her routine is just chaos all the time,
Yeah. Well, when
and
she
that's
has
fine.
Sullivan and Watson as her brothers.
Yeah, then sh whatever. That's what she's gonna do.
Man, it was so funny the other day when we were at Sullivan is 3.5 and quote unquote plays basketball.
Yeah. Loose.
Yeah.
Loosely.
Yeah. I mean, there are some kids though on that his little team that number 15 can dribble the shit out of a basketball.
Well, yeah. Well, it's for 3 to 5-year-olds. He's
I
definitely the
know,
youngest
but
kid in the class, but
even at 5.
yeah, he's a hooper.
Yeah. Yeah, he
They got
is.
some real hoopers in that class. Sully is not one of them.
No, he's not. But I was laughing because me and mom were sitting next to him because he ran for like 15 minutes or something, and then he insisted that he needed to sit down, which I don't care. And so he sat next to me and mom, and mom's like, "You need to go out and play." And he's like, "No, I sit down." And I was like, "Okay, okay, sit down."
Sure.
Mom was like, "No, he needs to go play." And I was like, "No, he doesn't.
I know, and I don't think I said anything to
You
him the
didn't."
time because well, and also I'm like, he doesn't need 4 different voices telling him what to do right now. Like,
Mm.
but I'm like, I mean, he doesn't really need to play. Like, what, I'm gonna force him?
He's 3. He's going to just scream the whole time.
Yeah, who's that gonna help?
Yeah, no one. Whereas Watson wants to be out there.
I know. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." The next class we signed them up for will be it's gonna be gymnastics, and I hope that'll help,
Ooh.
and they'll be in the class together.
I bet Sullivan will like
So
that.
so hopefully that helps.
When's that?
That'll be, like, March. Basically
Oh,
when this is over
after
and after
basketball.
yeah, and it's in Edwardsville, so
Thank you.
you can come be friends.
Well, maybe. I mean,
No, it'll be after 5.
if they close both ways for me to get out of my neighborhood, though, then I think I might be stuck in my neighborhood for the next year and a half.
We'll FaceTime you.
Okay, great.
We'll Fa
Why? After 5, that'll help.
It
That'll
is
be good.
after 5.
I do There is not a lot that I will stop work for in my personal life. It's very few things that I will do that for, which I understand is it's toxic, and after 5 PM, I should be able to stop, but whatever. But for my nephews and now my niece, have a block on my calendar and I leave my house.
You're like, "I will be sitting with Sully and watch other kids play basketball for 45
Yep.
minutes every Tuesday."
Yep. Well, he's now come to expect me to be there.
Yeah, he does.
Routine.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "Aunt Becca and Grandma come here,
Yep.
and I get snacks, and I watch kids play basketball
Yeah. In my jersey.
in my jersey that cost like $40 outside of the already cost it was to get him into basketball. I had to
Uh-huh.
buy this jersey.
Uh-huh. Because they'll eventually play games.
Yeah, and
I
they
mean,
need to be able to tell them apart.
okay, but there are 2 kids on the team with number 15.
I don't know, man. It's 3 to 5-year-olds playing basketball.
Okay, so what else? Okay, it's the beginning of the new year. We haven't entered the year of the fire horse just yet. That's in a week, 6 days.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Sometimes it's because I know with, in 24, it was, like, I think it was late January, Sunny, like either Sunny was the 24 one, or he was the next one, or, like, he just missed it, I think.
Bev just missed. Bev is still the year of the snake.
Right, she's not a fire horse, she's like a wood snake or
Yeah.
something. I'm trying to see 2024 Chinese.
I was born in the year of the goat, so.
I am a fire ox,
Okay,
so
that's fun. Goat
yeah.
is boring.
Yeah, goat is kind of boring.
I know.
I'm an ox, Nathan is a tiger. He's like an earth tiger.
I'm a metal sheep.
It's the
So,
same as a goat.
yeah. I'm
And then
kind-hearted, artistic, responsible, and cautious.
that's it. Okay, so Nathan's or Sunny's. Sunny just missed. No, he's not a wood dragon. He was almost a wood dragon. He is the 2023 Chinese zodiac.
He's
So
the
he's
water
only
rabbit.
yeah. He's a water rabbit because it went until February 9th. And
Yes.
then so he's a water rabbit, and Sully's also a tiger. He's a water tiger because him and Nathan are 25 years apart. So I'm a fire
Cute.
ox, Nathan's an earth tiger, Sully's a water tiger, Watson's a water rabbit, and Bev is
Wood.
a not a fire horse. She's a wood snake, whatever that means.
I don't know. This it didn't give me traits for Watson, but for Nathan and Sullivan, the traits are confident, adventurous, and strong leaders, but potentially impulsive.
Yeah, that checks out.
Mhm.
Mine's just like, "You're really stubborn," which, yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it's like I mean, the ox is stubborn and I'm a fire ox, so, like, it makes me sound scary.
Yeah, you're known for being loyal to family and friends, taking duty seriously, and preferring routine and practical solutions over emotional ones. You are generally honest, hardworking, and patient, yet can be stubborn and rigid.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Mine is very, like, accurate to who
Now I
I
gotta look up Carrie's.
and then what
And
are you
we'll see if she's listening.
are you a wood goat? Is that what yours is?
No, I'm a metal sheep.
Wait, metals?
Get it right.
God, I gotta know your
Carrie,
Chinese zodiac.
another water. Carrie's a water rooster. Their
That makes
characteristics are confident, organized, hardworking, and communicative.
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah. What is mom? Mom's not listening, so we don't have to do moms.
No, we're doing it.
Okay.
He's a wood dragon,
Chiso.
and then
I'm the only metal.
dad's a fire rooster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, what got us here? Oh, I was going to ask, besides photography, 25 weddings,
Yeah.
newborns, maternity, and also raising a newborn, what else you got looking forward to in 2026?
That's basically what we got. Go
Any home projects? You're pretty good at being a home project person.
I am, but no. I mean, there was a lot that I wanted to get done that we got done before Bev.
Mhm.
So I don't think so. Well, we need a new roof. We will not be doing that ourselves.
No.
We'll not be DIYing the roof, and we will pay somebody for that. Same with our siding, because last year we had a horrible hailstorm, and my neighborhood got rocked by this
Annihilated.
hailstorm. Like, horrible, horrible, horrible. It literally that was one of the scariest moments of my life, I think, hearing all that, because we had to run upstairs, wake up the boys, like,
You don't
hide
have a
in the closet.
basement.
We don't have a basement, and it sounded like, it sounded like the glass, because it hit the back of our house, and we have 2 sets of French doors in the back of our house, and it sounded like they were going to just, like, shatter.
Mhm,
It was crazy, and the boys woke up, and they don't wake up to anything, and
mhm,
they woke up, and they were crying when we got into their rooms, and so that was just so sad, and then just driving around our neighborhood the next day, a tree fell on our neighbor's house.
mhm.
Like, they're fine, they're okay, but a tree fell on their house. Like, we got really lucky, us specifically, because there's I mean, still people's roofs are still getting fixed.
Yeah, there's still
Our roof
tarps
is
on
getting
people's
fixed, but
homes.
yeah, there's still tarps on people's houses. Like, I mean, you drive by and people who haven't got their homes fixed is literally just, like, holes on holes on holes. Like, it is horrible hail damage.
Mhm,
And we're really lucky because the way that it was hitting was the back of our house, thankfully, and we have a gigantic tree in our backyard, and there's, like, maybe 6 or 7 holes in
mhm.
our siding, and so it's not gonna be, thankfully, that much to fix the siding. Obviously, the roof is a different story, but the siding will not be that bad, so we got really lucky and, like, nothing was damaged really other than, like, the 6 or 7 holes, so that was really good, but that's something we need to do, and then there was one more thing, grout. I'm calling the grout medic in St. Louis to come fix some of our grout. We just
Where?
need it in all the bathrooms wherever there's grout. It just needs cleaned up.
Why?
Because some of it's, like, eroding or whatever, and it's, like, yellowing and stuff, and it doesn't cost that much to have somebody come fix your grout, so I'd rather just have a professional come in, fix the
Okay.
grout, seal it, make sure it'll last the next few years that we'll be in this house, so we don't have to worry about it, and then move on.
Interesting, I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a thing. I saw commercials for it, and I looked them up, and I was like, "Damn, they got good reviews. They've been doing this for a long time, so works for me." And so the DIY projects in this house are probably close to done, but the pay other people to do things projects,
Perfect.
those have just begun.
I don't know what's worse.
Yeah, I think Nathan would prefer paying somebody to come because he does most of the projects.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, you coordinate and you
Yeah, I mean, I
decide.
pick everything out, but
Yes.
he does the actual, like, work.
I mean, at 6 months pregnant, you weren't gonna be on your hands and knees putting a new floor in your house, so
No, I was not. I also definitely could have chosen not to do it at that time, but
well, yeah. I mean, actually, I take that back. Even at what, 21, 22 years old, not 6 months pregnant, you still weren't allowed to get on your hands and knees and help with flooring in a home. It had to be me because Amy couldn't get dirty.
oh my god, that was so funny. Dad treating me like a little baby princess.
Yes, we're all at our parents' house. They're getting new flooring put in. Dad needs help ripping up the carpet. And for some reason, I'm the only one that
Yeah,
could do it. Dad would not allow you
I, like,
because
went
you
to go
couldn't get
help.
dirty.
Yeah, like, I, like, went to help you because I was like, "I've never
Right.
ripped up carpet before, why can't I?" And I got down and dad was like, "Your pants are gonna get dirty." And I was like, "What?" But also, I'm lazy, so I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Bye." Like, "You're right, dad. My pants will get dirty." And
God,
he's like,
you're
"There's nails everywhere." Meanwhile, Becca's, like, still ripping up
yeah.
the things, like, looking at us like, "What in the hell?" And dad's like, "There's nails on the floor and your pants are gonna get dirty."
I've seen TikToks and Instagram memes that it's like, there's no better son than an oldest daughter. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's you. That is so you. 'Cause, yeah, no, dad wouldn't let me do anything or, like, help with anything. One time you and maybe it's because he doesn't trust me, which is also a fair,
I don't know
like,
why he trusts me.
"Well, you've done a lot more stuff than me helping him around the house."
Well, yeah, but like I also lived there and
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, wait. This is pretty timely and relevant, so I need your opinions
Okay.
because you've been watching more than I obviously have. I turned it on for 5 minutes today and got overwhelmed. Thoughts on the Olympics, where we're standing, what's going on? I just saw that we lost the gold in figure skating, I guess.
Yeah, they got silver. I didn't get to see it. The annoying thing is I can't record stuff on my TV. Like, mom gets to watch everything because she can record everything, but, like, I
Mhm.
can't. So, I did catch like, I watched pretty much all of curling, and I watched a lot of the figure skating. We've watched luge, which is nuts. I
The
don't know if you
individual
guys
luge or doubles or
I watched
triples or
both.
whatever?
I watched both. The doubles is crazy. I don't know what is the like, I don't understand the point of 2 people on this thing. Like, Nathan
Don't they
was like
put, like, multiple like, isn't there one with, like, 4 people?
I don't know, but Nathan's like, the second person can't even see, and I was like, "Where are they?" And he's like, "They're laying on top of each other," and I'm like, "Who does that benefit?"
This has got to be AI. This picture's got 4 people stacked on top of each other. There's actually no way, right?
Well, just, like, Google Olympic, uh, quadruple person luge or whatever.
I did.
Quad luge Olympics. No.
Does not feature a 4-person event. Singles and doubles.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's not real.
Okay, that is not real. It is AI. But still, first, even one person doing that. Isn't the skeleton where they are on their bellies instead of their backs?
So skeleton, I looked up the history of luge
Okay, great.
the
Let's
other
hear it.
day because I was like, "What in the F? How did this happen?
Mhm.
Who
Give
started
us the
it?"
TLDR.
And basically, I think it was Switzerland or Sweden, I can't remember. It was like a cold country, clearly. And it was at a resort. It was Switzerland because they have a lot of, like, winter resorts. And basically the owner of the resort was like, this was in the 1800s. We need to like an easier way to transport things to people, and so they just, like, put them in bobsleds and said, "Okay." And, like, that's how luge started,
Okay, great. Out of necessity.
out of necessity, and then turned it into a sport. And then I don't know what skeleton is, but skeleton used to be in the Olympics.
Okay, but did you look up the history on doubles luge? Like, why is that?
No,
Why
I did
that
not.
can't be out of necessity.
I did not look that up. That just had to be someone being like, "What if we had 2 people? What happens then?"
Skeleton is in the Olympics. Skeleton is luge,
Oh,
but on the stomach. Yeah, you're on your stomach. But why is that? Why are we sending people down ice at 100 miles per hour at all?
That's what
What?
I saw this meme and I sent it to you and Carrie, and it's so fun. It's like the Summer Olympics is like, "Wow, look at this teenager run really fast." And then the Winter Olympics is like, "Watch this 41-year-old mom of 3 backflip off a mountain." And, like, that's how it feels. That's
I
how the
was
Winter
watching
Olympics
I
feels.
watched a video today and it was about the summer versus winter. It's like Summer Olympics on a track. Let's have this person run from point A to point B on a flat surface with nothing on it.
Yeah.
Winter Olympics, let's send someone down the side of a mountain over millions of hills. Alpine. No, no, that's not it.
But they're
It
literally just like, I'm watching this and they're just like, "Bump, bump, bump." I'm like, what skills do you need to be able to do and how do you get into this?
The newest sport this year is skimo, and you have to race up a mount they put their skis on or something, they run up the mountain, and then they have to ski down. So, not only do you have to ski down the mountain, you have to run up it. Anyway, what's your favorite one so far to watch?
Well, I actually weirdly got into curling a lot. That one was fun. A lot of them make me nervous.
The sports or curling
The
makes you
sports.
nervous?
The
Okay. I
sports
was gonna say there's
make me
no way
nervous.
curling makes you nervous.
No, because someone's going to get hurt, and figure skating used to make me nervous, but now that I'm aware of all of these other events that I'm like luge freaks me out,
Yes.
and that also prompted me to look up the like deaths related to like the Olympics, which there aren't really that many like athletes that have died during their event.
In the Olympics, but I'm sure there are a lot of people who have died doing those sports.
Sure, sure, but not related to the Olympics.
Okay, okay. I mean, that
So
makes sense.
that's
You have to be
actually
top of the top.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty surprising. I think the last Olympic related death was 2010, like specifically while they were doing it or like during a practice run. So there hasn't really been that many, which is literally so surprising to me. Like over 100 years of like these like official Olympics. Like I cannot imagine that there's not that many, but there's not,
Hmm.
which is good. But I like figure skating, but curling was my thing this year. And speed skating is kind of fun. I watched a guy from America today got the gold, and he also beat the Olympic record.
Ooh,
He's
that's
from
fun.
Wisconsin, actually. So that
Of
was
course
really
he is.
yeah, obviously. So that was fun.
Wow, that's fun. I like the snowboarding. When does that start?
There was snowboarding today, the half pipe I
I
watched.
missed it.
Yeah.
The thing I turned on didn't have that on.
Half pipe? I mean, there's more snowboarding, I'm sure,
Well, this is
coming.
qualifiers
Yeah, I
that
don't know. It
happening.
wasn't like a medaled event
Okay.
or anything.
There's a lot of qualifiers tomorrow.
Mm.
I'm overwhelmed again. I can't do this.
You can't watch Gold Zone?
No, I can't. No, I can't concentrate on 3 different things at the same time.
That's fair. I'm used to it because of football, so
Yeah, I don't have a husband in my house who's watching 75 different football games at the same time.
fair point.
So, no, I'm used to watching one thing, and that's it. And then I
Maybe it's a
got on
game then.
today, and I was like, "I'm gonna put some Olympics on." And then you had to
Well, don't watch
choose?
it like that, just pick one.
I don't but why do I choose? Why do I have to choose between them? Why are there so many events going on at the same time?
Well, because there's so many events.
Well, that's why it's 2 weeks long.
Well, if
Give
they
me
did
one
all
event at
happen at the
one
same
time.
time, they'd be 3 months long.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna call the
Call them.
Olympic Committee.
Call the Olympics.
My brain can't handle this.
Yeah. "Hi, sorry." Then they'd say, "Stupid American," and hang up.
Correct. Yes. Have we gotten any update on Lindsey Vonn? How is she doing? Have
She
they said
she
anything?
posted on Facebook the other day or Instagram, Facebook. She posted on Facebook. She posted on her Instagram the other day that she's fine. She, like, fractured her tibia or something, which is
She's
bad.
so Pete.
I know.
Was it on the same leg?
I don't know which leg she tore her ACL on, but I think this was her left leg. But yeah, a pretty horrible injury. I mean, and watching the video, like, watching it,
Made me sick to my stomach.
like, I was like, "That's so sad." Like, cut her mic, like, cut the sound.
Yeah.
Why are we listening to her wail in pain? Turn it off. So that was really sad.
Hours ago, she's had her 3rd surgery for today, and it was successful.
Good. Yeah, I mean, she messed herself up.
Anyway, do you know who's in the lead for medals right now?
Italy and Norway, they have 13. We have 12.
How much time is left?
Well, probably another week or so. This started on what, the 6th?
Do we usually win?
I mean, I feel like the US is known pretty well for doing really well at the Olympics. The fact that we're losing to Italy is kind of weird, but Norway doesn't shock me. Norway actually has the most Olympics from the winter, or the most medals from the Winter Olympics just forever. So wouldn't shock me, but we're pretty high up there. So I can't imagine we will be far behind.
Amy's household really likes sports.
We just love sports.
They do be watching lots of sports.
We do. Sully woke up from his nap today and he said, "Watch speed skating."
Aw.
And we're like, "We'll see if it's on." But we watched hockey because that was the only thing that was on. So we're like, "We're gonna watch hockey." And he goes, "Okay." We're like,
I mean,
"Okay."
they're kind of. Excuse me. 5 seconds, you guys. Stanley? I wish I could show you. He's on top of Mommy. He has her pinned down. He's biting her, and she's crying.
Oh my gosh. I
Get,
couldn't hear her.
get. He won't let go. Get off of her. She was just sleeping.
He's the older sibling.
Yeah. Anyway, so Kurt, you've been into curling. Do you prefer the winter or the summer
Oh, I prefer the
Olympics?
Summer Olympics.
But you don't prefer summer in real life.
No, I don't. But the Summer Olympics are just easy. Like, the sports are easier to understand. Like, I knew nothing about curling before this, and now I know, like, a little, but, like, there are sports that I'm watching that I never even knew existed, and I still don't quite understand how they work. But the Summer Olympics is really just like, here's a gymnastics routine, here's someone running, here's people playing volleyball in sand. Like, I can understand them. They're very easy to pay attention to. But the Winter Olympics, the whole time, I feel like I've just been like this.
Yeah, like there's one where they like have to do cross country skiing and then go shoot guns.
Yeah.
Why?
Nathan said this earlier today. He was like, so a triathlon is where you do 3 events. And the biathlon, you also do 3 events. And it's like, no. Or you do 2 events for the biathlon. It's like, no. Also, here's a gun.
It's so weird.
That just doesn't make any sense. But maybe that's why they're just like a huge meme. I don't know.
Man, but yes, you like sports. What's your favorite sport to watch? In general, not from the Olympics.
I mean, football. I like football.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Baseball.
you don't really watch hockey too much, do you?
No, not so much. I mean, we did whenever the Blues were really, really good. We haven't watched it really. And we never watched hockey growing up.
No.
We at least like had some football on. Baseball was obviously number 1, but baseball's like, it's just long and it's boring and the Cardinals aren't good. So, and then basketball, we like March Madness, but we don't watch basketball otherwise.
Well, the NBA is rigged, so.
Yeah, just it's not fun to watch. Dad
No,
once called it just a dunking contest, and I agree.
truly.
So I
But
don't
the
recommend watching it.
NCAA,
Yeah, March Madness is fantastic. I love watching March Madness.
yeah, yeah. I wonder if the WNBA is better.
I watched a few games and then I had to stop because it was right when Caitlin Clark started playing and everyone was literally just like trying to beat her up. And so that was really frustrating to
Yeah.
watch because people like were it was very obvious,
They're just being mean
literally just being mean. Like
for
someone
no
I watched someone
reason?
I was watching a game and because she was Caitlin Clark. I mean,
Okay.
because they knew who she was and they didn't know who that player was, but they know who she is. So that was not fun. And then I haven't really watched anything since like she was really, really popular. She still is really popular, but like at the beginning of the popularity, right after she played in March Madness
Mm.
for her school, did really well. But
And what team do you root for in football?
I liked Packers is my favorite team. And
She's a
then
traitor. She's a
I know
traitor.
I do also like the Cowboys, but living in Wisconsin is hard not to be a Packers fan because not everybody in Texas we lived in Texas too, but not everybody in Texas are Cowboys fans. It's not as like Packers is like it's just like a part of the Wisconsin culture. Like it's everywhere.
What has
Everything's
been your
beautiful.
what's been your favorite state to live in?
It's not Illinois.
That's fair.
I like the people here the most. That's why we moved back. I don't know. Wisconsin and Texas were so different, and I love them both for different reasons.
Like, if you were told you would pick everyone up here and you could put them down in Wisconsin or Texas, what would you pick?
I'd probably choose Texas, specifically the Dallas area, whatever. Specifically the Dallas area because I love the food. I love like the houses. I love how everything's very easily accessible there. Like Wisconsin was also so wonderful, but I do love In and Out. Like I like I like all that. The food of Texas is just unmatched, my favorite. And like I said, everything's easily accessible. Like Wisconsin, we weren't close to like a city, and there's not cities like Dallas, Fort Worth there.
Mhm.
And so you can live 20 minutes outside a city and feel like you're like actually in a suburb, but you're not far from like everything that you need. Whereas Wisconsin, like we still had to drive like 15, 20 minutes to the grocery store. And so like the weather, I want to live in Texas, but have the weather of Wisconsin and also the Green Bay Packers. And all of my family lives there.
Okay, great.
I
Well,
feel like it's not too much to ask.
no, it's really not. Who do we call?
I don't know. You got to figure that out. The people who control the weather. That's what we need.
And the sports
And the sports.
and
Yeah,
the lives of your friends and family.
correct.
I think that's fine. Just start making a list. You're type A. You can get it done.
Yeah, let's go. Let's figure this out. Let's all move to Texas and then it
I
just
mean,
be cold in the summer.
the only reason I'm in Illinois is because of you people. So if you all move somewhere else, I'll move somewhere else
Well, we're never moving anywhere else ever again. So we're here. We're here for the not in this house, but we're in this area for the long
forever.
term. Until
For
maybe when we're really, really, really old and all of our kids are adults. Then we'll see.
okay. Okay. Well, all right. I haven't done this yet, but I think to close it out, because it is 10:10 and you're probably tired and I'm tired and I have an oil change in the morning.
Ew.
I haven't done this yet.
Oh God, what is it? Okay. Okay, fun. Here we go.
Bring them back. So pick one.
You pick one.
Stanley, if you could stop jumping up there, that would be really fantastic. Okay, great.
God, what is it? So what's your favorite sport?
What makes you cry?
Everything. Next.
If you could look like someone famous, who would it be?
Oh my God. So many people. Kendall Jenner was the first one that came to mind.
Weird.
I think she's so beautiful.
Well, yeah.
Addison Rae. I love her.
Also random.
Who do you think I would pick?
I don't know. Okay.
Kendall
Kendall
Jenner.
Jenner or Addison
Final
Rae. Okay.
answer.
What are you afraid of in
No,
life?
sorry, back up. Gigi
Okay.
Hadid.
Okay.
Gigi Hadid.
Got it.
Okay. Next
Yeah.
question.
What are you afraid of in life?
Everything. Next question.
What's one thing about you most people don't know?
Probably nothing because I'm not a secretive person. I just tell you and I don't care who you are. I'll just tell you whatever is in my head. So there's probably not much.
What is a song that you know of by heart?
So many songs.
What's your
A lot
favorite
of
Taylor Swift
songs.
song?
My favorite Taylor Swift song is Enchanted.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And Last Great American Dynasty. Those are up there.
As it should be. It's about a Rebecca in St. Louis. Do you see
Yeah.
this? It's like an earthquake.
Yeah. It does look like an earthquake.
It happens all the time on my meetings. What fortune would you want to get from a fortune cookie?
You're gonna come into millions of dollars.
That's a good one. Okay, we'll do one more because some of those were whack. If you had to teach a class at one thing, what would you teach?
Sims history.
Oh my god, we didn't even get into The Sims. Have you
I
played lately?
would no, I don't have time, but whenever they're coming out with a new game, when I was waiting to get on here, I'm reading about the new
What is it?
PS4 game, Modern Royalty. So there's a new world and there's an open throne. The throne is vacant and there are 3 families, and you can either have one of them take over the throne or you can, like, become it's not out yet. I'm reading about the new characters right now and their, like, backstory.
It comes out tomorrow, Amy.
Wait, really?
Scheduled for release February 12th,
Shit.
featuring
Amazing.
royal
I'm buying the
ranks.
Sims game tomorrow.
I'll go halvesies with you
Okay, perfect.
because I'll play it.
Yeah, no, I'm literally my tab that's open behind this screen right now, I'm literally reading about, like, the
You,
families.
I take it back. You have to kiss frogs.
You probably
Wait,
don't have to.
that is so that like because there's not. I mean, maybe the way I play, it's not usually like a story.
Yeah. Well, sometimes. I mean, with some like, this has, like, story background, but if you don't want it like, you could ignore it if you want.
Well, yeah, but how fun!
I know, I'm very excited.
Wow, I'm glad I pulled another card.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, great. So that comes out tomorrow, so I know what I'm doing in between my oil change and dinner
Perfect.
because I'm off work. Name a person who inspires you.
Grandma Barb.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's where Bev got her middle name.
It is.
If you could choose any person from history to be your imaginary friend, who would
Oh my
it
god,
be?
Abraham Lincoln.
I knew that was coming.
No question. The king
Wait,
of
I
everything.
was just reading about him the other day because someone on TikTok was like, there has never been someone after Abraham Lincoln who looks like Abraham Lincoln. And it's because he's part of the Melungeon ancestry. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
You're going to have to look it up.
There's never been anyone that looks like Abraham Lincoln after him? What are you talking about? There's 700 million people who look like Abraham Lincoln.
Not exactly like him.
There's an astounding amount of people who look like Abraham Lincoln. You met an Abraham Lincoln lookalike, and you made him take a selfie with you to send to me.
True.
And he
True.
looked a lot like Abraham Lincoln.
Well, apparently he's of Melungeon ancestry, and so is Elvis Presley.
There's also a lot of Elvis Presley impersonators.
I don't know. I'm
Interesting.
just telling you what Reddit is telling me.
Stay off Reddit.
Anyway, what is your best feature?
My boobs. I'm
Okay.
just kidding. I'm kidding. That's not. It's the worst.
I was like, I thought you didn't like them, but go
No,
off.
I hate them. I just thought you would laugh and you didn't, so that fell flat.
Well, I mean, if someone tells me that they like a feature about themselves, I'm not going to laugh at that.
Well, you know I hate them, so that's why I said
I
it.
wasn't sure if maybe you came around to them.
I don't know. My honesty, I guess.
It's a good one.
That was real. That wasn't a joke.
No, I know.
Okay, good.
What is the most delightful word you can think of?
This is the first one. The first word that came to my head was yogurt. I don't know. That's just what we're going with. That's the first thing.
Great. Yogurt
So,
is a delightful word.
yep, that's what we're going with.
If you could go to another planet, which planet would it be?
None. I have no
Really?
interest. Yeah, I
Really?
have no interest.
Okay. Well, that be that.
Well, maybe that was it.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming on here, being an individual outside of your husband, and talking about motherhood, giving some parenting advice, telling us about the Olympics, and being an expert in photography. If anyone needs a photographer, hit her up for 2029.
I have already booked 5 2027 weddings, so things are getting crazy.
Are you capping 2027 weddings?
Yeah, I'll cap those too.
Okay,
Either
well,
between-
people, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Even if you're not engaged yet, even if you don't got a significant other, get her on the books.
Yeah, book it.
Manifest it.
Yeah.
Someone at Lisa's wedding asked for the DJ's card and he didn't even have a girlfriend, but he said that he wanted that DJ at their wedding. And guess what? Now he's engaged and he's using that DJ at their wedding.
Wow, that's amazing.
I
I have
think.
had a few people reach out to me before they got engaged about a potential date. And I was like, you don't need to be engaged, but you do need to have like a venue booked and like a date known. So that has happened to me a few times. They all did
Aw.
it with getting engaged, like to the person, like they were all dating somebody, but I was like, you do need a venue and a date. Like it needs to be like
Yeah.
concrete. So
Well, you're popular. So, okay, cool. Well, this was fun. Thank you. I don't usually get to talk to you uninterrupted like this.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird. And I know Carrie will have listened to this whole thing. We'll see if mom listens. We're not going to tell her to. Hey,
I'll
Carrie.
call mom crying, tell her she has to listen, she'll listen.
No, I want her to listen to it on her own accord.
Okay, sorry, I won't do that.
Yeah, obviously. Anyway, thank you all for listening. This has been fun, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Peace.